Hey, this is Gary Sharon.
This is Nino Betancourt of Extreme. We want to talk to you about 3 of our milestone gigs that really affected our career and our lives. We were playing this small clubs in Boston. We got asked to open for probably one of our top 3 idols of all time, Aerosmith. When a local band, when a club band gets asked to play an arena for the first time, that's one thing, but to open up for your heroes and a band that probably changed your life was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
The reason this was an important gig, because if, God forbid, to get a taste like that, the next night we were back in Somerville, Massachusetts, playing in a basement
Shithole.
at a place called Club 3. In the basement, it was leaking everywhere, water, and we were just sitting there going, did we play an arena last night with Aerosmith? And we were thinking, can you imagine if we don't get a record deal and we never get to do that again? That was the height of our career. That was it. 2008, Astoria, and they were closing it down, right? It's coming up, and we have a history there. I mean, everybody's got a history there, but we were really honored to be one of the last bands to play there. And that was 2, I think, sold-out shows. And that was fine, that was great, but then we're in the dressing room, and we got about an hour before we go on doing our thing, you know. Gary's doing yoga in the middle of the floor, stretching. And the door opens, doves come flying in.
That's right.
Angels sing, and in
Trumpets.
comes Jimmy Page. In the wrong neighborhood, we thought he walked into the wrong Starbucks, for instance. But no, he came to see the show, and we asked him what he was doing here, and he wanted to see us in an intimate club. But then we thought, okay, 1/4 of Led Zeppelin is in the room with us, and it's Jimmy Page, that's all we need. But then 10 minutes later, the door opens again. No doves this time, because only Jimmy gets the doves. But in comes John Paul Jones. John Paul Jones, his bass player. Jimmy says to John Paul Jones, what are you doing here? John Paul says, what are you doing here?
Come and see Extreme.
Come and see Extreme. So now we have half of Led Zeppelin in the dressing room to see Extreme at the Astoria.
This is before the show, and we were pretty much done. We didn't have to
thought, why do we even do the show? Why bother doing the show? 3rd gig. Hard to top the Jimmy Page gig, but there is one.
A little gig.
It's a little small gig at a little small venue called Wembley Stadium.
Say that again?
Wembley Stadium. The Freddie Mercury tribute concert, Queen, who wasn't there. There was a long list, but obviously the show itself, the gig, the performance itself, because we got to channel. It was bizarre. We definitely are not Queen, but we got to channel what it felt like, because their audience, Queen's audience, sang every song with us from top to bottom, and it was only tough to do because it was hard to breathe when it was happening and look out at this ocean, especially during Radio Gaga with the hands up.
Yeah.
Even if we headline stadiums, we would never feel, I think, what we felt that day, because it showed us the power of what Freddie Mercury had and what that band had. That was it. Those are our 3 milestone gigs. I hope they were good enough for you, because they kind of blew us away. Hope you enjoyed the stories. We'll be back in December, UK. Can't wait. We're from the States, but this is definitely our second home, and some of the best fans in the world. Cannot wait to be back. See you soon.
Be there. Get your tickets now.